Welcome back. Today we are going to be installing a new backup camera on this mobile suite. Haloview sent us their new BT7 with a touchscreen. We've been wishing that Haloview would have a touchscreen for years since we put our first one on. And when they reached out and said, hey, we got a touchscreen, we said, we got to have this. So hopefully it goes on pretty easy. Just remove the old one and put the new one on, we hope. Nothing ever goes that easy. So it is winter here, so that makes everything nice and slick as we get up here. But we're gonna pull off the old camera and see what we got. All right, opening this up. We do have our cord package with antenna, all that stuff. Here. All right, we got user manual, instruction stuff. All right, so this is for in the cab. Mount that. Got some screws. And here's the new screen. That is way nicer. So much better. Camera here. Camera looks pretty similar. Instead of being 720, this is 1080. What's really nice is this has the ability to record, so you can record as you go down the road. And then just the mounting hardware. I think this is just gonna twist on the old one pretty easy, or very similarly. So fingers crossed this is gonna be fairly easy. First step, getting the old one off. It looks like it's just some Phillips head screws, so hopefully not too big of a deal. If you're wondering what all this black is, we need to replace the seal around this. It's cracked and yeah. So it's getting a little bit of smear going down the side. All right. Try not to lose the screws here. Oh, there goes one. All right. Luckily, we don't need it.
I see it fall. I don't know if it's back there somewhere. We won't find it.
Wiggle these cords back out. Most of the time on these newer RVs, they come pre-wired. This one didn't. So usually you don't have this problem of getting the wiring and all this like we're doing. There you go, Eldon. When you're ordering these, you can get them, if it's existing, you get it, order it different than if not. Because if not, you have to hardwire it into your lights. So in our previous video, you can go back to that and see how to do that. Now, how do I get this out of here? Hey, Kara, we might have lucked out on this. It looks like the power plug for the old one is the same as the power plug for the new one. So I'm not gonna rewire in a power plug. Pretty easy, just, you know, standard wiring in there, but if I don't have to do it, why do it? So pretty slick. If you have one of the older Haloviews, you can just wire right in. So it just connects together like this. As you put this together, it has this back plate that you're gonna screw on. Just fits right in there. And then you have your gasket that the wires feed through that you'll mount right here. It's quite a bit smaller than the old one. And this one, the wiring for the antenna is just gonna come up over the back instead of wired up through. But pretty slick. Now to put the screws in without dropping them and losing them. Okay. I think things are working out in our favor on this. Just need to feed this old antenna cable back up in here. Get it out of the way.
Can we use it?
Because that one doesn't work on this new one. And let's hook up the new one. New power cord here. Just goes in, twists. Nice. All right. Now, if I didn't trust myself so much, I'd say hook up your truck now to make sure that it works, but I'm not gonna do that because when this doesn't work, then we'll have to do that. And I'll have to pull all this back out. But I'm pretty confident that this is gonna work and actually line up with the old holes, so I don't have to put new holes in this beautiful trailer. I really hate drilling holes in trailers. All right, try to do this without dropping a screw into the lawn.
How do you hook took the antenna, I guess.
Just goes around the outside.
Oh, on the outside.
The reason we had the old antenna ran up through the trailer is because when I ordered it, I thought this was pre-wired. And so we kind of had to farmer it a little bit and drill a hole and run it up through. If you get them for when they aren't pre-wired, the antenna just comes off the side. Oh, luckily they sent more screws because they dropped one there.
I think I can see where it fell.
Yeah, I can see the hole in the snow.
Right there. We need to look for it.
I guess that's the good thing about doing this in the freezing cold.
Yeah.
When you drop stuff in the snow, you can see where it
went.
All right, that looks pretty straight to me. And if it's not, you just turn your head a little bit when you're looking at it and it'll be straight.
How's the angle?
Now with these, you can adjust the angle to whatever you want. So this would be looking straight back quite a bit farther. But if you're using it to back up quite a bit, you need it down. So that way you can see what's behind you a little bit better. When we get it hooked up in the truck, we'll look at that in a little bit more detail. And we really need to get him a new light ordered here. All right.
Light bracket broke.
Oh yeah. Just like it was last year when we looked at it. It didn't fix itself.
Broke.
Yeah, it's been broke. So I'm gonna go grab the antenna. We'll run it up over the top. See how that goes. All right, so here we have the antenna cable. We got quite a bit here. Hopefully we didn't get too much. When you order your camera, they'll ask, there's a spot for you to tell them how long your trailer is or your motorhome. So this is a 40-foot trailer, and so we got quite a bit of antenna here.
Well, we can kind of wad it up and tie it up with some bungees or something. Ties.
Oh yeah. All right. Here you go, Kara. Do you want me to walk it up on the roof, or do you want to? Because that roof is slick. It is covered in snow.
To the front?
As far up as possible. Here, I'll do it. I don't want you falling.
Well, you gonna fall, we'll put it right here. Wait.
All right. I'll have Kara hop off the roof and I'll go put this up there.
Weasel out of this ladder.
I bounce better.
I don't think you do. You need some little plastic ties or something?
Not yet. I'm just trying to unwind this because I got it all tangled, of course.
Can you clip into the existing ones?
I'm gonna try to.
Okay. I mean, they're already ran.
Yeah.
And they look like they've held really well.
As you can see, we have the old antenna that we ran out right here. I've left the cable on for right now. I'm gonna remove this cable when it's not so wet because I'm gonna have to re-silicone right here. But we got our new cable running all the way up to the front. Now we're gonna hop in the truck and see if we're getting signal there, and fingers crossed we are, because if so, this is like a 10-minute install. What do you think, Kara?
It's cold.
It's cold?
Luckily, old system, new system are compatible that we can just, you know, plug it back into what the existing wiring is.
Fingers crossed. We haven't turned it on yet.
You're right, we haven't done that part yet.
All right, let's hop off this slick roof before one of us falls. Next step is to hook up the screen and everything into the truck and see if it works. Now we are going to plug in the truck. Did we back up close enough, Kara?
Yeah.
Give it a push. There you go. So this is all running through the running lights. So when he turns on the running lights, we should be able to hook up the camera, everything work.
So.
This is the old monitor. You can see it has the push buttons down here. It was kind of a pain to toggle through everything. It's like running the old MS-DOS system for those elderly people like us that remember MS-DOS. Now here is the touchscreen. Very similar size, but touchscreen. So this should be quite a bit better.
Yes, I love technology.
So it just runs off a 12 volt. If my fingers work, I can undo this twist tie here. Oh, so much nicer in the truck. Got my power right here. All right. Oh, that's it. Oh, and we got power. Oh, and we got screen. And you can hear the volume. So if you have Kara back there yelling at you to stop before you hit something, you can hear the wind coming through that. Kind of nice. Need to put on the antennas, but that's pretty slick. You plugged it in and it started working. It never works this well for us.
Well, usually you have to set it up.
Yeah, usually we have to press all sorts of buttons, setting it up and all. Now, if you have the Haloview system where you have cameras on the side of your trailer, you can put those on the different channels. So channel 4 right now is just that rear camera.
And that's sitting about the right angle too, isn't it?
I think so, because you can see your gate down here. So I don't think you want it tipped anymore. And then you can still see back behind you quite a bit. But if it's not, we can get up there and change it another time.
It's probably more than 100 feet or good, close to 100 feet, isn't it?
Yeah, to your back fence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
80 to 100.
And it's a really clear picture. I like it.
Right? Oh! I don't know if you can hear me. Comment below if you use your backup cameras and what you think of them. Also, make sure to like and subscribe, press the button, and all that sort of stuff.
We was picking up from all the wind, but we could hear you.
You could hear me? All right, let's see. So right here you do have your record, so you can record as you go down the road, which is nice. Scanning your different channels if you had more than one. So you have your camera trigger, color system, auto dim. Turn your volume off. So this way, when your wife's back there guiding you and you're tired of hearing her yell at you, you just press mute. So many of us could use this in our daily life in so many situations. How nice would that be? Just to be like, no, mute, we're done. You can turn on and off your park lines.
They're fine.
I kind of like them on, and it gives you a little, the red is when you're getting closer. I really like that it has this back button. The old one was such a pain to sit and click, 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 click through everything. This is pretty sweet. You can mirror it upside down. I mean,
why would you want it upside down?
well, sometimes when you're backing up using these backup cameras, it seems like everything's opposite.
Oh.
So if you find that's happening,
You can move it.
you just go to your mirror and flip it around.
I see.
The camera has lights on it, so it will work at night as well. So if you show up late to the RV park like we do all the time, that's a pretty sweet setting. Oh, and you can turn your screen off so it'll go to sleep after however many, I don't know if that's minutes or seconds, but kind of nice. That way it's just not on all the time. It'll naturally go to sleep. Yeah, that way you don't accidentally leave it on in your truck for
It might go
hours.
off when you turn the key off.
Oh, when you turn your lights off, it'll go off. Yeah, because this is running off your 12 volt, and your camera on your trailer is running off your lights.
The lights on the trailer have to be
Yeah.
on.
But in comparison, that is way nicer. Way less bulky.
I like it a lot.
Some of the differences in the screen, of course, the new touch screen is so much better, but also this old screen was a 720, this one's a 1080, and the picture is so much more clear. Also, they both will pick up audio from back at the back of the trailer. This one's picking up way better than the old one ever did, which is kind of annoying if it's just wind. But luckily, there's some settings to turn off the volume if you don't want it. With the Haloview cameras, you can also run these as you go down the freeway. So if you want to keep an eye on things going on behind you, so if somebody's tailgating you, or if you're worried if somebody's coming up and you're about to change lanes, you can look down at this and get an idea. Or if you're double towing, not that I recommend double towing, but if you are, or you have a bike rack or something like that back there, it'd be nice to be able to look back and, you know, verify that things are still there and not dragging down the freeway, because we've all seen people dragging stuff down the freeway. If you're interested in upgrading your backup camera system for your fifth wheel, your travel trailer, your motorhome, any of those things, check out the new Haloview BT7. This is pretty sweet. We'll put a link down below, all those sort of things. Comment below, have you used a backup camera? How useful have you thought it was? All those sort of things. Maybe you have a different experience with a different one. I don't know. We've really liked working with Haloview. This is our third or fourth one that they've sent us that we've updated as we've went through. So if you want to look back at our previous videos, the other ones, they're there as well. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell, all those things. That way you can stay up to date with all of our newest gadgets for your RV experience. As always, thanks for watching and enjoy your weekend.